them which thou gavest me have I lost none. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and smote the high priest's servant and cut off his ear, his right ear.
Peter thought it was on, you know. You know, we just read that in Matthew. You know, it ain't about that right now.
What is he involved?
Hey, a spiritual ass whooping is a whole lot worse than a physical ass whooping. Right? Because a spiritual ass whooping, you can't recover from that. You can't recover from a spiritual ass whooping. You beat somebody up, you know, a week or two, they good. You know what I'm saying? See you another day. But if you whoop their ass spiritually, they done. The scripture in Romans, it tell you, reward evil with good. And when you do that, you like sending heaps of coals of fire upon their head, man. You know?
It says, then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear.
Give me Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter 2.
It says, the servant's name was Malchus. Then said Yahushua unto Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath.
This is little Satan demonic demon walking through here. Remind me of one of them goddamn demons and ghosts, man. All black and shit.
Yeah, and dirty as hell. It said, then said Yahushua unto Peter, put up thy sword into thy sheath. Into the sheath, the cup which my Father hath given me, shall I not drink it? Then the band of the captains and officers.
Basically, Yahushua was saying, look, this has to happen. I've basically told you this. This is the cup I gotta drink. You know?
Yep. And it says, then the band of the captain and officers of the Jews took Yahushua and bound him.
Yep. Now, Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Right now is not the time to fight and all that. That's time. It's coming. It's coming. But right now, at this moment, ain't the time. Now, when martial law and all hell is in the streets, you may have to fight for your life. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no punch, steer. No, you might have to put a motherfucker to death. Seriously, straight up. If the Most High has you out there like that. Go ahead, huh?
Ecclesiastes 3:1. Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
To everything there is a season and a time of every purpose. Right now we're in the time of building up. That's what the time we're in. We building each other up for when this thing goes down. Go ahead.
A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal.
Right now we're in that healing process. We all are being healed with this word. In the time of war. You know, go ahead.
A time to break down and a time to build up. Like when we jump down to 8?
Yeah, come on.
Jumping down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
Right now. For everything. It's a time for everything, man. Right now ain't the time for us to get, you know what I'm saying, to get in that fighting spirit. But that time is coming. If we are those men, the Lord is going to give us power unimaginable. Give me Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter.
You want me to keep going in Habakkuk? Or jump back to
no, with spiritual change. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 3. Hey, because this is the type of power we all should be looking for, man. Everything right now, man. Hey, it's for the birds. This shit is for the birds. These people ain't on our level. You gotta look at them as beneath you. You know, because if we are of that number, can't nobody tell us a motherfucking thing, man. Right. And I gotta say it that way. Can't nobody on this planet, if we are the Heavenly Father's elect, of the 144,000, can't a motherfucker on this planet tell us a goddamn thing, man.
Right.
Straight up and down. Can't nobody tell us shit. But we gotta take the low on this right now. We have to. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1.
Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, yeah. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1.
But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High.
See that? The souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High. Don't matter what you encounter throughout your day. You know? Go ahead.
And there shall no torment touch them.
No torment is gonna touch us, man. And you gotta believe that. When we don't worry about nothing, man. Let thy will be done. That's your attitude. Let the will of the Most High be done, man. You know, like back in the world, you used to be scared of dogs and shit. You see a stray dog, jump, you like, oh shit. Now, man, I see a dog, man, I walk right past it. You know what I'm saying? I walk right past that damn dog because if it's meant for that dog to bite my ass, it's gonna bite me. Nothing I can do about it, you know? Hey, that's why the scriptures say we have not been given the spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind, you know? Go ahead.
In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
When you take the law, oh, he a bust. He a bark, he ain't gonna do nothing. Pussy. You got it, partner, you got it. In the sight of them, we seem like we ain't shit. You know what I mean? So what? You know what I'm saying? Who gives? Hey, I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be whatever you want me to be so I can get my ass in that chariot, man.
Right.
That's right. Because if you do put your hands on me, now I gotta show you, you really didn't have me like that. And then when I whoop your ass, I'ma tell you. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Straight up, man. Just hit you. All you gotta do with Jake, if he gets you to that level, give him a good body shot to his midsection. He gonna hit the knees, man. And then you tell him, I could just stomp your brains out too. You look at you. You know, you throwing up and shit.
Jay don't even got a good fighting stance.
Hit Jake, you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out. Jake don't know how to fight, man. Jake do not know. Jake smoke weed. Jake do all that. So already in your mind, like, man, this thing, I whoop this dude's ass, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm above that. He's beneath me, man.
Right.
Yeah, you can split a motherfucker with an elbow.
It's over. Jake ain't expecting that, man.
That's worse than the punch.
He's out of there, man.
Jake gotta get in your face. What you gonna do, homie?
Nothing. You know?
And open elbow cut, you know, break the jaw also. And the closed one is for power. Open elbow, you cut, you keep your hands open. Cut a motherfucking shit open like that, man.
You know your shit. I can tell.
Huh?
I can tell you know your shit.
I know a little bit.
Hey, but like Peter knew, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't really that time.
So you have to present yourself as like being a coward, or just
Yes, pretty much.
I know it's not B2, right?
ISUPK, they got the thing, no cowards. Hey, a coward is somebody that runs, right? Elijah the prophet ran and hid in the cave. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah. What other prophets?
David.
King David ran. Yahushua, he got slapped and spit on.
And the Coyotes.
You know what I'm saying? Got slapped, the son of man. You know what I'm saying? The creator of these niggas, man. Spit on him and slapping him. He literally had to take that, man. He had to take that low. And we're not above our master, so marvel not when shit like that happen to you. You know what I'm saying?
We're not saying
Don't let the motherfucker just whoop your ass or nothing.
We ain't saying that, man.
Like I said, if a motherfucker put his hands on you, That's all right. You put your hands on me. Now I gotta deal with you.
You don't have to go back and forth.
No, you ain't gotta go back and forth. Just walk away from his ass, man.
You gonna be
Walk away from his ass, man.
I got quick 3.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, starting at verse 22. It says, "For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me, for in her is an understanding spirit, holy, one only, manifold, subtile."
You gotta be subtle. You know what I'm saying? You see a motherfucker coming up in that spirit, in the spirit, what the? He coming up in the spirit of he coming up in that spirit, that hardcore spirit. You gotta be subtle with the nigga, man. You might walk by, hey, man, you know what time this bus come? Hit him with something like that. You know what I'm saying? Calm his ass down. You know? Calm him down. A soft answer turneth away wrath. You know?
It says, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all
Free
power.
from care. I don't care this nigga looking at me, man. You know, that's the thing in the back of the world. Nigga look at you, I'm finna grill this nigga back. See if he a lion or a sheep. You know? That's the thing of the past, you know, that's in the world. You see him looking at you like, man, I don't even want it. Like, hey, like, man, when I'm out and about, I'm like this most of the time, unless I see something pretty with a, you know what I'm saying? Then I look, but these niggas look at us more than we do. You know what I'm saying? It's cause they demons, man. Spirits is controlling them niggas, man.
Right?
That was it.
Nah, this is a more. It says, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things.
Having all power, overseeing all things. Because when you get into, you got to look at the outcome of different reactions. The perfect movie to watch of that is the movie called Butterfly Effect.
Oh yeah, man, that's a good.
Every action he did caused a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Every action caused a reaction, man. That's a damn good movie, man.
Damn good movie.
You gotta think. You gotta be thinking of. You gotta be looking at the future, so to speak. If I do this, he can do that, and that can do that. But if I just walk away, I can just diffuse the situation and be about my day and put a curse on that nigga in my head, man.
Another good movie is.
You gotta make a choice.
Yeah. You presented. That's a test. The Most High put you in.
Like another good movie is Next with Nicolas Cage. Like he did certain scenarios like, hey, all right, if I go up like this, it's gonna happen like that. Yeah, you can see it just a few minutes ahead, but you know he's already looking ahead though, you know. So you gotta look at it like that. It's like playing chess. You gotta know his move three or four moves up. All right. So this is what Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 23.
Hey, you gotta be a chess player. Yeah. You gotta think moves ahead. I don't know if y'all brothers know how to play chess, but if you don't, that's a good game to learn to do on your downtime, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think steps ahead when you play that game. That's a thinking man's game. You know? That's how you being in life, man. You gotta think steps ahead. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It says, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits.
Yep. If you're working with wisdom, those are the benefits of it. Those are the benefits of wisdom.
I can jump to 8.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 5. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? And if prudence work, who of all that are is a more cunning workman than she? Verse 7, and if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teacheth temperance.
Temperance. which is
Self-control.
self-control. That's a beautiful. Yeah, I remember I did a video on that. Yeah, temperance is self-control. You know what I'm saying? To control your spirit, you gotta know how to rule your spirit. You know, sometimes your emotions. You gotta rule your emotions. You can't let your emotions show forth like that. You know, a man that's a mystery is a powerful thing. That's powerful, man. Go ahead.
It says, and prudence, which is like carefulness.
Yep.
It says justice and fortitude.
Justice is like the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right thing, man.
The law go before
Yep.
the unjust.
Read it again, man.
Okay. This verse 7. And if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice,
Yep.
and fortitude.
Temperance, self-control, prudence. You careful about the decisions you make. You know. It's an outcome. There's a reaction to every action you make. And you want to make the action to where you safely get out of that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Justified by the Most High.
That's right. That's right. What's up, brother?
I appreciate it.
No, go ahead.
It says this is Proverbs 16 and 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty. He that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
It's that simple. You gotta be able to control yourself. Hey, you know, I'm gonna read a story about some jakes that couldn't control themselves. Give me Maccabees, the 5th chapter.
Maccabees,
In the 56th verse.
so 5:56.
Yeah.
First Maccabees 5.
And even Eleazar too. This is a similar story. But you got stories of Jake that couldn't control themselves and they put themselves in a situation they ass couldn't handle. Go ahead.
5:56, right?
Yeah, 5 and 56.
First Maccabees.
Yeah, first Maccabees 5. Yeah.
This is First Maccabees 5, verse 56. It says, Joseph, the son of Zacharias, and Azarias, captain of the garrisons, heard of the valiant acts and warlike deeds which they had done.
The warlike deeds that they had done. Who child is this? The warlike deeds is the valiant acts was Judas and his brothers, the Maccabees. What they did, they were going out and they were slaughtering the nations, man. Mainly the Edomites, the so-called white people during that time, Idumeans, because they were defiling the temple, bringing war against us, turning our people into Hellenes. So Judas and his father, Matthias. First it started with Matthias. They banned and said, look, these heathens come against us, we're gonna fight. So this is where we at now in the 5th chapter, to where you had Israelites in charge of the garrisons that were set up to keep the heathens from coming in there to war against us. Go ahead.
It says, wherefore, verse 57, wherefore they said, let us also get us a name and go fight against the heathen that are round about us.
You hear what they said? Let us get us a name. They couldn't control their spirit. Go ahead.
It says, so when they had given charge unto the garrison that was with them, they went towards Jamnia. Then came Gorgias and his men out of the city to fight against them. And so it was that Joseph and Azarias were put to flight.
They were put to death. They couldn't control their spirit. That wasn't their lot. Their lot was to be captains of the garrison. Yeah. Ain't nobody tell you to go out and fight. That ain't the Most High ain't with you. Go ahead.
and pursued unto the borders of Judea, and there were slain that day of the people of Israel about 2,000 men.
So their emotional asses got 2,000 men killed because they wanted to make a name for themselves. couldn't rule their emotions. You see, you know, everybody talking about Judas, man. Judas he was slashing and dashing and cutting, and he was bad. They was like, man, fuck that, man. We could do that too. We could do that too. You know what I'm saying? I want them to talk about me too. Got emotional. Go ahead.
It says, thus were there a great overthrow among the children of Israel, because they were not obedient to Judas and his brethren, but thought.
Because the Most High had the spirit on Judas and his brothers to go out and fight. That was their lot, man. They were the fighters. They were the ones going into battles, coming out without a scar on them, putting Idumeans to flight. That was their lot. Go ahead. And on top of that, they were the priests. They were Levites, man.
Was I really right?
You know? Go ahead.
It says, but thought to do some valiant act. Verse 62, moreover, these men came not of the seed of those by whose hand deliverance was given unto Israel.
See that? The Most High didn't have them deliver. They wasn't chosen to deliver Israel, man. They wasn't up that Levite line. They wasn't a part of them Maccabees, man. The word Maccabee means hammer. And the Most High used the hammer to hammer them nations, man. Right. When you read in the Maccabees, that's all it was about, man. It's about the Maccabees putting total hell on them nations, man. Straight up. Even the angels came down at some points to help them. Because every time Judas would put them to flight, they'll regroup and they'll get more other heathens to come fight against us, man. You know? They'll bring all the other nations to come fight against us. And Judas will meet them in the plain and slay their ass and dismay them. There was one instant, the Idumean king, he said, look, we're going to wait right here. And they had a big army. They said if Judas, when he see us, if he come forth, then we gonna be confounded and put to flight. But if he go back and he try to regroup, he delivered into our hands. And then when you read the story, Judas, when he seen him, he went straight at him, and he did exactly what the king, he prophesied his downfall. You know? Because the Most High had the spirit on Judas, man. You know? And that's the spirit we gonna have when this thing go down. That's the spirit we gonna have when the Most High raise us up, man. Esau gonna be with a whole platoon of his goddamn military men and army. The spirit on us, man. We ain't gonna be afraid of that shit. We gonna walk right to that fight, man. When the time comes. Isaiah, the 51st chapter, thou art my, what is it, 54? Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. You know, 51 and 16 or something like that, 51 and 19.
My battle axe.
See, what we're doing now, this is just, you know, this is the basic training, so to speak, the building up. But it's gonna come a point, if we are of the Heavenly Father's elect, we gonna actually get busy out here, man. It's always, hey, give me Amos 9 and 9.
Tabernacles of David.
Yep. Yep. Go ahead.
This is Amos 9 and 9. Alright, got it? For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel amongst all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve. You should not it should not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil should not overtake nor prevent us. In that day, this day that's coming, when all hell break loose, go ahead. I will raise up the tabernacle of David.
The Most High said he's going to raise up the tabernacle of David. When you read about the tabernacle of David, man, they wasn't nothing to be played with. And that's our hopes. Lord will, we are the house of David. We were the men back there with David, fighting the wars with David, killing off them damn Philistines, them Hamites, them Ammonites, them Edomites. When you read about some of the men that was with David, they were bad dudes, man. Killing 2 lion-like men of Moab.